Is it somebody right on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I am here because it is shocking to find out that the iconic Britney Spears has sold her catalog allegedly. Why all of a sudden, Britney, have you sold your catalog now? What I did find out in a brief research before I came on camera is that allegedly this deal had been signed in December 30th of 2025. So we could just say roughly 2 months ago that deal was signed, but it just officially got finalized on February 10th. So because of that, I don't know what took so long for it to finalize. However, it got finalized for $200 million, and she sold it to the company Primary Wave. So because of that, she no longer has rights to any of her iconic hits that we know and love and things like that. Other people that Primary Wave has purchased, according to Google, is Prince and Whitney Houston. So they own the legends, the icons. Let's just give them all rounds of applause for every single person that I just named because they deserve to be up there. And I guess congratulations to Primary Wave for getting these legends. But yes, that's what's going on with Britney Spears. Now, this was finalized on February 10th. However, on February 4th, hold up, let me scoot. On February 4th, Britney Spears had posted this picture where, as you can see, I brought the proof that she has A, the comments off, and B, she has the caption closed, but not the caption closed. She deleted the caption, but there was an original caption there. And I'm going to read it to you guys because I'm going to also pop up another picture for you. The caption that was originally there said, "I'm incredibly lucky to even be alive with how my family treated me once in my life. And now I'm scared of them. It's weird how God works in mysterious ways. My friends, what do you think he is saying today? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Because to be totally honest with you, no matter what he says, they will never take responsibility for what they did." Sick. I'm not sure if that was like an emoji, but that was originally what was captioned underneath this picture on February 4th. And then 6 days later, just about a week later, her catalog deal has been finalized. And now that it has officially been finalized, guess who has been recently spotted touching down in LA? Yes, Britney Spears' mother was just recently spotted in LA. And fans are speculating, is this to check in on Britney Spears? Is this because she has a lump sum of money and now all eyes are on her? There's some rumors that Britney Spears is doing this because she has a very extravagant taste bud. So because of that, she's spending money. And because of that, she needs to gain that money back. Other people are saying that she sold the catalog because she's Britney Spears, and other celebrities like you see like Prince and Whitney Houston has sold their rights. Even Eminem, I believe, Justin Bieber. So all these celebrities, I think even Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift. So all these major celebrities, and Beyonce and Britney Spears is just another one of them to come and sell and sell. Sorry guys. I am so sorry. It was a bit chilly today. I'm not gonna lie. The weather lied to me. But No. So Britney Spears has all this going on. She is just another one of those people on the list of icons to sell her list, her catalog. So it's not suspicious and it's not weird at all. So there's all that going on around Britney Spears and this mysterious, why has she suddenly signed her catalog? Remember, she's no longer underneath the conservatorship, and everybody that was on the Free Britney train is starting to backpedal from that Free Britney train. So because of that, we're starting to see that there's a shift within the audience about how they feel with Britney Spears, and they're definitely concerned and feel like she needs to be put on another conservatorship. And guess who lands in LA shortly after her deal? I'm just saying the coincidences, I don't know. But remember what Britney said. She's terrified of her family. She's never going to trust them, and they're never going to accept their responsibilities for what they've done. So, I don't know. I said it once before in a reading, and I'm not sure what the reading is going to say today. I'll just pull 3 cards. But in my last reading, I said that I would love Britney Spears to come back on stage. Britney Spears apparently seems like she would like to come back on stage. So all because of that, why not bring Britney Spears back on stage? But the question is, because in that last reading that I did, I said Britney Spears isn't going to trust anybody. And you heard her say it out her own thingies that she does not trust her family. And now that she's got a lump sum of money, I don't think she's going to trust anybody with that lump sum of money. So let's just see. Pull some cards on how Britney Spears is doing. There's some reports out there saying that Britney Spears is now spending a whole lot more time with her sons and that she's just chilling and relaxing with them. And then apparently Kevin Federline is making some claims about Britney Spears with a knife and that she's dangerous. Okay, Kevin, get out of here. But, yeah. Let's just pull some cards for Britney Spears. Britney, why did you sell your catalog? That's the question. 3 cards for Britney. The 9 of Swords. The 2 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Wands. Honestly, one question I want to know. Britney, were you forced to sell your catalog against your will? Was somebody coercing you to sell your catalog? Okay, I like that one. So what we have here, before I say what that card was, the cards that came out for Britney Spears that made me question and ponder about that real quick was the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords is definitely being up in your head, definitely stressed out, overthinking, making sure that this is the right decision, or overthinking if you're making the right decision or the wrong decision, and then thinking about if you make the wrong decision, what happens if you make the wrong decision, so then you start thinking about that reality. So you know the rabbit hole you can jump down in when it's the 9 of Swords, the things that keep you up at night. And you know what Britney loves to do? She said it before. I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw somewhere in an article that Britney Spears has said herself that dancing is her way of coping. So because of that, when she's stressed and in her mind, she's dancing. I think it was for her, what they're saying, her weird Valentine's Day video. I don't know. Everybody says Britney Spears videos are weird. So I don't know what's weird, literally, for Britney Spears. But all that to be said, the more stressed and in her head Britney Spears is, the more she's going to dance, the more she's going to get on camera. However, when it came to selling her catalog here, we have the 2 of Pentacles, which symbolizes that she was twixt in between. Literally, she was just like, do I sell this? Should I sell this? 9 of Swords energy, literally. And then what happens when she makes the decision finally after feeling twixt in between? The 10 of Wands, which feels like a burden, which feels like did I really make the right decision? But it's too late now. It's finalized. Maybe she has time to think about it since December. Maybe she was a bit manic then. And 2 months later, she's a bit simmered down. And looking back at her decision, she's maybe questioning if she really was making something a decision that was right for herself. However, the money is going to be lucrative for her for the time being that she needs it to be, for however long she uses it for. But when I asked if Britney Spears was coerced and told or forced to sell her catalog, the high priestess came out, which symbolizes no, nobody made this decision for her. She made this decision rightfully on her own. The high priestess symbolizes somebody who really, truly sat with this decision. Nine of Swords. It's painful to sit through some kind of decision because, listen, we still sing Britney Spears to this day. We still stream Britney Spears till this day. So to give up those rights in that catalog, it's like giving up Britney, you know. So are we ever really going to see Britney come back to stage ever again? Or was this the last hurrah and that was Britney Spears throwing in the towel to her music industry and saying, you know what? I will never return back to stage. You guys can have the name and persona Britney Spears, and I'm going to go back to whatever she wants to call herself on social media. I think she like changed her name to Spanish, but I'm not sure if it was finalized. And that's the energy that I'm getting from Britney Spears here. And I'll just pull. You know what? I don't even need an oracle card because that oracle card is the high priestess. So for that, that's what I really had to say and come in for you guys. It was really just a quick video that I'm going to do and say to and bring to your attention because I find it quite interesting. And it looked like it was a really hard decision for Britney Spears for herself to make this decision because nobody sat there and had her under duress like some people like to claim and say that they're under distress and crying as they sign that away. She was like, I wasn't feeling that way when I signed it. I was feeling trepidation, but it seemed like it was the best decision for her, even though it feels like the 10 of Wands kind of energy, but also at the same time it's something that she's going to have to sit with within herself because it was something that was truly perplexing within inside of herself if she should do it. So something like that, and we all know Britney saying, you know, maybe she might have some like sort of regrets, or she saw there was more pros than cons, but those cons weighed heavier than the pros in that sense. So really the cons outweighed the pros. But it was all a decision that had to be made for some reason for Britney Spears. And that's all that I got from the cards, is that it definitely laid heavy on this. And this wasn't something that she did lightly. And she didn't do this hastily either. She really did take some time to think about this. Maybe even a little bit too much, that it probably made her do something. You know how when you think of something or obsess over something so much that you do something, and then when you look back in retrospect, you're just like, how did I allow myself to lose that much track of reality, that I allowed this to happen to get myself into this place? That's the kind of thing that I'm getting here for Britney Spears. But hey, you know what? It's sometimes like that in life. With that being said, I don't know how long Britney Spears sat with this before she even decided to sell this catalog. Because who knows, Primary Wave could have been trying to come to her for a few years now, maybe a few months. We're being a little bit too persistent. And then she really started thinking about it. Like they say, her finances and funds go just dwindling down the drain. Sorry. And then suddenly it's like, hey, 200 million. That sounds great. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was just really quick. I just wanted to bring that news to you guys. And with that being said, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and become a beautiful sunflower and spread all those beautiful sunflower seeds all over this earth, especially for Britney Spears, because she desperately needs it. And tell me down below in the comments, how do you feel about Britney? How do you feel about Britney? How do you feel about Britney's mom touching down in LA? And how do you feel about Britney Spears selling her catalog? And with that being said, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't given it a thumbs up already, we would really appreciate it. Please and thank you. And you know what I say to that before I sign us off? Hype, hype, hypes up. Just subscribe, subscribe, subscribe to us. Yay. There we go. I'm going to get it. Sunflowers.